Hello everyone, my name is the OP Opposite and today is going to be my first building tutorial and this building tutorial is going to be on the Soyuz and the Launchpad itself. So yeah, I'm currently on vacation, so I'm recording this video inside of an empty closet. So yeah, I don't think the audio quality is going to be that good. I'm just gonna have this already made build here just as a reference, and I'll be building like down here. For those who don't buy the part clipping add-on, it'll be fine because you can part clip without part clipping. So the first thing you do is group 3 engines together like this so that it's kind of all together, and then swipe and group them together. Duplicate this engine twice on this, once on this side, once on the other side. So 6, then we take a 6 wide block and we place it here. Now on the other side I should probably get symmetry on as well, and there we go. And for the middle it will be this block, and we will place it, if it lets me place, on the same level as that. It does not want to place, which means we can just take another block and do that. So group all of that together, and now we need to get this piece. To get this piece is a 4 wide fuel tank. We place it like so. It expands out to adapt to the to the 6 wide fuel tank like so automatically, and once again swipe and group it all together. Now select all of these fuel tanks and color them orange. Yeah, I think I placed these 2 outer engines too wide, so we'll move them in by 1. Alright, that is done. Now we go to aerodynamics. So we take the big aerodynamics, not the big aerodynamic fuselage, not the small one, and we place it like so. Anyways, now we colored these 2 aerodynamic fuselages as orange. I've already done that. Now we take this guy, another 6 wide fuel tank, and we place it on both sides. I use symmetry. You guys can place it manually if you find symmetry a bit weird. And then we take the flat 6 wide fuel tank and we place it there. And then we take the long 6 wide fuel tank as the center. I don't want to duplicate that, so I'll place it there like so, and select all of these and color them the gray color. So now you take the 4 wide and you place it on the outer of the 6 wide. Now it usually doesn't want to place, so you take any block, place it place it there. So you could take, for example, like a parachute, you can place it there, or you can just take a block, place it there, and it will place. So then we take, I believe that is a 10 wide. No, it is not. That is a 12 wide fuel tank, the flat 12 wide fuel tank, and we put it there. And these are the big aerodynamic fuselages. This one, that will go there, and the second one should go there, I believe. Now we group all of this together like so. Okay, it doesn't want to place again. Okay, there we go. Okay, this actually needs to be one down, like so. Okay, now I'll just regroup that together, and that's fine. Right, then we do the center. We take this guy, second longest 6 wide fuel tank, and we place that in the center. Now, and also we also color all of this the gray. We take another second longest 6 wide fuel tank, place it there, change the color to gray. For now, I'm going to do the separation. Okay, no, it's facing inwards. Okay, I was wrong. I was facing inwards. Alright, now we go to the 12 wide and we take a separator like so, flip it the same way, and put another one on the top. Now we color the bottom ones here orange, and we color the two 12 wide separators on the top as gray. Now you select all of these and you put the separation force to the maximum. That should reflect on the other side. No, it doesn't. That's weird. Anyways, now you go to the 8 wide fuselages. I mean fuel tanks, and you take the largest one, you place it here, and that will try to adapt to the 12, but then you can just it will try to adapt to the 6 wide. Now you can move the 6 wide out and do that like that, which means that the 6 wide now is adapting to the 8 wide. Now color all of that gray as well, and I think, yeah, we'll need another 8 wide on top like so, color that gray. And yeah, for the second stage separation, the Soyuz uses a hot staging, so we will build that like so. Take a heat shield, and we take a large structural part and we place like so, group those two together like that. Then we add, believe, the wide dock on top there, and then we go into fairings. We take this fairing and we place it there like so, and we take the flat fairing over there. These are 8 wide fairings, and we place it like so, and we color these orange. Now we go into the engines, and we take 2 Frontier engines, place it here. That is a 6 wide, so that is the engines, and we place it here, and we clip all of that together. Now the color. We first color this thing the silver, and then we take the texture. The texture should be lines. Now we go once again back to the 8 wide fuel tanks, and we take the second flattest of the 8 wide fuel tanks, no, not that one, this guy, and we place it here. Now it tries to adapt to the fairings, but we can then just say that we can go to the top fairing here, and we can turn off adapt to fuel tanks, and now this fuel tank will try to adapt to the to the 6 wide, but we can move the 6 wide, which allows it to adapt to the 8 wide. Now that, and there we go. Now we take the third flattest 8 wide and we place it on top of this guy. Now this should stay white. We put on a separator, and we can color that to gray as well. Place that separator there, go to fairings, we find that's the 10 wide, find the 8 wide fairing, and we make the 8 wide. We just move around the 8 wide fuel fuel tank and let that adapt. Okay, wait. Yeah, let that adapt to the fairings. Then we can duplicate the fairings, I believe 4 times. How many times does it? 2, 3. It'll be 3 and we'll have the small one. So 3, these fairings, then we take the shorter one and we place that as the top. Now we just take the aerodynamic, the top fairing, and we place it here like so, and that is the fairing area done. Now there is still one part, the fairing that I did to make it look a little bit nicer, which will attach, so we can place it here. No, it requires a block to assist. Can place it there like so. Now we clip those two together, and we then can place down the escape system. What I do is take a parachute and flip it upside down, take the longest 4 wide fuel tank, place it here, take a second parachute, which is right side up, and we place it like there. This allows the fuel tank to look just like a stick, which, yeah. Then I can place just this engine kind of as like a placeholder for where engines should go for a possible actually functioning escape launch system. But yeah, that should be the escape launch system. No, it isn't. Yeah, we need to do something more. What we need to do is go into aerodynamics actually and find these parachutes. Now we flip these parachutes and we place it like this, facing each other, and then we can place that. We clip that onto the parachutes. These are also parachutes, so yeah. Now place this guy here to assist in the placement. Okay, this placement is a bit weird. Take a second assistance block and we can do like that. Now we can just select all of this. Okay. Yeah, my phone just crashed because it does that sometimes. So I'm just gonna quickly fix up this thing. So now we just group all of this together, and that is the fairing of the Soyuz rocket. Now we're going on to the actual like module that is housed inside of here. Alright, so first we take I think this is a Valiant engine. Yeah, it's called a Valiant engine. And then we take the RCS and we place it here. Place it there, I think, yeah. And engine 2, yeah. Alright. Then we get a 8 wide, we get the flat 8 wide, place it there. Place it there, we select all of that. I think it should be one lower. Should be like that. Now I'm just gonna remove the separator because it helps me see a little bit better, and yeah. We then take 2 flat 6 wides, I can't select, and we place them. We have to clip them into half of it into each other. So we can place a separator here like so and do like that. The separator is just for assistance once again, and we place all that on here and we move the 8 wide so that it adapts to the 6 wide instead of the other way around. Now we can do that. We just group, and we can just group it together. Now we take another another 6 wide, and we place it on top. And these two actually are supposed to be colored gray. So yeah. And so then we can place a separator here, a heat shield, like so, and that will just adapt to the heat shield. And that is actually a 4 wide that adapts to the heat shield, like so. And this is where, and inside of here we can clip the capsule like this. Yeah, it disappears behind the fairing, but we can just reselect like that, like so. And so now those two are clipped together, and we can color the capsule to gray. Now on the side of this capsule is the parachute. This is actually I tried to match the position of the parachute to what it would look like on the actual Soyuz. Then we can take docking ports facing each other like so, and then it will be the top airlock module, which will be a 4 wide, and then a second flat is 6 wide, and then another 4 wide. This kind of looks like, is that right? So I think the problem with that is because this guy was adapting to this fairing. But yeah, anyways, we can then get the small docking port, place it there. That'll make the heat shield disappear, but we can just select both of them like that and clip them together. Alright, so we can color these 3 as gray. Also we need to clip in a capsule in the middle. Actually flip the capsule down like that. Like that, and we place all of this back and select all of this, including that docking port, and we move this forward so that it adapts the other way, and here we go. Now that is done, now we also need 2 wheels to give it just aesthetic so that it looks nice. 2 wheels, select all of this again, and there we go. So now we just need solar panels on both sides there, and that is done. So now we are going to build the launch pad itself. So we start this by getting the 4 wide docks and putting it under the engines like so. And then we take structure blocks and just put it under the docking ports like that. Yeah. Now we can just duplicate the structure blocks 3 times on either side, so I'm doing that now once, twice on that side, once, twice on the other side, and then 1 more time on each side. And now we get the long 4 wides and we put it on either sides, leaving 1 pixel between like this bottom structure, and we just duplicated along the entire structure. This part of the launch pad doesn't have to be like a specific length. It kind of just duplicates quite a bit of it, and yeah. And I can now just symmetrically duplicate all of these onto the other side. Now I just take a small structure block and I just place it there so that it connects the fuel tanks to the bottom structures. And then I put symmetry on so that it duplicates onto the other side. And yeah, alright. And on the top we just add, just along the entire length of the fuel tanks, we just add the long single pixel structure blocks along this entire way. Alright, and then we get the 4 wide fuel tanks, and we place it along this way horizontally, as well duplicated along this the length of the launch pad. Now we just kind of duplicated. This one should be a lot longer than the bottom area. And so now we place we remove that part because I think that's a bit too long, yeah. And then we go up vertically with one of the long 4 wide fuel tanks, a smaller one, and the flat 4 wide fuel tanks. This is used to kind of catch the arms as they swing down. Now we just select all of these so that we can color it as as silver, and these guys can just stay as white. So now I'm going to build my custom structure blocks that I used on another build, and this is, you just take these small aerodynamic fuselages, you flip this one up down like that, and you place it there like so, and then you take the 4 wide flat fuel tanks and then you place it one there and the other one right there, and group all of those together like so and color them to silver. Now before we place the structure blocks down, we need to make the hinge of the towers. So we take a wheel and we place it 2 fuel tanks out like there on that second line over there, and then we go to structure blocks, take the 2x1s, flip it vertically, and then duplicate it there. Now let me see, yeah, and then we take an RCS and we kind of just flip it up like that and we place it there. Now we can take we go to aerodynamics and we take the vertical parachute and we place it on the wheel like that. Now we can take the structure block and we can place it on the parachute. Now we can take the small docking port and we can just place it next to the RCS, kind of just clip it in there like so, and we flip the other one there and group all of that together and clip all of that like that. Now I can just duplicate the structure blocks twice so that there'll be 3 sections of the structure block, and then we take one aerodynamic fuselage, duplicate that, flip it up and sideways, and we can place it there. So now we take the 6 wide and we place it so that the base of the 6 wide fuel tank should be it should be 3 pixels above the base of the aerodynamic fuselage, and we can just duplicate one on the bottom. Now above this reference fuselage, fuel tank, we can add 1, 2, not that one, 3 and 4 fuel tanks, and yeah, that now I just have to kind of clip all these together on the bottom, and yeah. Now we can take the small engines and we can place it all the way at the top, so that, yeah, it just pushes the arm outwards. And for the top we can take the 2x2 structure blocks and we can place it on the top like so. Well, I'll turn symmetry off for now, as I need to, as on this side of the tower there's actually like a crane thing, so I can take a separator, place it there, like there, yeah, that's his extended landing legs, and I can just take a landing leg and I can just extend it, rotate it like that, and place that on, yeah, right there on the separators. And now we can just group all of this together. So then we can take the aerodynamic nose cones and can flip it down like there, put it on the bottom of the tower, and we can actually color all of this, the whole tower, to black. So now with the tower arms done, we can make these, which are inspection walkways. So we can take the 10 wide fairing, and for this first one it has to be 1 pixel above the nose cone fairing. So then we can color this to gray. Now I'll just quickly color this tower. Need color this tower to black, and also add the aerodynamic nose cone at the bottom. Yeah. Now for the back to the walkways, we can add these structure blocks, one there, and add this small 2x1 structure block so that it kind of clips into the fairing like that. I turn symmetry off and we can select all of those and we can clip all of those together. So the next fairing is a 12 wide fairing. That is a 12 wide fairing. So then we can place this 12 wide fairing 4 pixels under the first fairing, and then we can just take the structure block and we can place it here like so. That will try to clip into, and then we can just clip that into the 12 wide fairing like that. Now we can take another 10 wide fairing. Now place it 4 pixels under the 10 wide fairing, the 12 wide fairing, and okay, it's trying to adapt to the separators, so we can turn adapter fuel tanks off. That bottom separator needs to go back like that. Okay, that is fine. Now we can, I think we can just take a second separator, place that 4 pixels under that separator, and a third one which is also 4 pixels under. So now I can just take these 2 structure blocks over here, and with symmetry on I can just duplicate them on each of these fairings like so. Alright, okay, there we go. Now I can just select all of these, okay, not the heat shield, can select this guy and select that guy. Okay, I need to unselect that RCS real quick, put that back on, select the other structures on the other side, and we can clip all of those 3 together. Now I can take another 10 wide fairing and place it down there. Now this fairing actually is supposed to be 1 pixel down, so yeah, now I can just take a docking port. This connects the towers to the rocket itself, and I can just take structure blocks and I'm gonna place that wrong, and I can just connect those up. And now, so with symmetry off, I can clip all of that together like so. Now under this fairing is 4 pixels under is another one. This one should be a 12 wide, and I can duplicate the one from the top, and I can place it there, okay, there we go, and I can just clip those together, and wait, that, okay, on the other side doesn't have any, so I have to, alright, there we go, clip all that together like that. Now I can duplicate this with another fairing, 5 pixels under the first one, and then a third 4 pixels under, and yeah, that should be all of the tower sections. So now I can just select all the fairings and color them gray. Now we can move on to the smaller section of the structure, another smaller arm, and for this one we just duplicate this hinge, and we can place this hinge 1 pixel away from the edge of this fuel tank, and we can take, now I can just take one of these this custom structure blocks, and I can just duplicate that over, and I can just plop that right there. Now I can take this and duplicate it and one more time on the top over there. So now I have 2 aerodynamic nose cones right here, and what I do is place them, offset these two by 1 pixel, and then place the top one on top of the custom structure block with the one upside down clipped into it. We can now just take this guy, and we can duplicate it over and place it like there. Go to the structural parts, take one, place it there, take the small dock, rotate it there, place it on so that it is attached to the rocket as well. Go to fairings, find the 10 wide fairing, and place it there like so, and symmetry off, and we take that, we clip all that together, put interior view off, select the fairing, and make the fairing orange. Something that I forgot to do is put like the engines, like give the engine, have the engines be attached to fuel tanks. So what I'm going to do is take these fuel tanks, color them orange for the bottom ones. Now, okay, let's see where that is. And we have to place the fuel tanks so that the edge of it touches the engine, the top of the engine. So we can do that. Whoops. Can do that like so. There. There's one there, and one there. Now we'll just regroup all of these. Bro, can you just stop talking? I'm recording a video. And we can just place this back and just group all of these together. Alright, now for the top, this engine also requires that, so then we just color the small engine as as the gray, and so we see how high is it. Okay, and then we can place it there, and we can clip all of that together like so. Whoops, that is attached to the fuel tanks, which we do not like. Do not attach to fuel tanks. Now we can just select the bottom one, and like so. Move that so that it adapts to the right, and there we go. And also the top engine doesn't have to because it is already attached. Yeah, so that is the whole thing.